Hi, I'm Rosie Darby, the General Manager of Yavapai County Fair.
And I'm Ken Lain, the owner of Waters Garden Center.
And we're here today to talk about how you can grow and what you can do to enter in the county fair. And we joined in with Waters Garden to help you out.
It is so easy to enter the fair. And you just have to think about it a little bit ahead of time. And it's not until September. When is the fair?
September 5th.
September 5th to the 8th.
Yep.
It'll be at the
Prescott.
rodeo grounds right here in
Right
Prescott.
there where it started.
And it's so easy to get a blue ribbon, and we're going to cheat and kind of tell you how to think that through. We got the expert of the county fair, manages the whole thing. We can tell you how to enter, and I'll show you a few plants. They're kind of guaranteed to get you at least top placement, if not blue, at least a red or a third place ribbon.
And you know, I think the most important thing, Ken, is that we need to talk to them is they don't need to be a master. They don't have to have a super green thumb.
No.
If you have a plant and it looks great, bring it. You never know what will be there. You might have the only strawberry. You might have the only tomato.
The secret with this is you can open it up. Everyone thinks, oh, I've got to grow a 100-pound pumpkin. Pumpkins, first of all, are hard to judge. As being a judge at the county fair in the past, what you're looking for is consistency, not size, not unique even, just three of the same thing, 3 onions the same size. And it doesn't just have to be apples or blackberries or grapes. It can be your favorite flower, a zinnia, which looks great by the time September rolls around.
Right.
Marigolds. There's so many flowers that look great. In fact, I just learned something. This is a new plant. This is a geranium kiss. This is a dwarf tomato. It's only going to get 3 feet tall. You can go out on a patio. Anyone can enter the fair. But you see all these flowers. Look at them. These are all going to be a tomato about this big, loaded. There'll be so many tomatoes in this, you can't see the plant. This is super easy to enter the fair. You said
Bring the whole plant.
you can bring the whole plant into the fair and enter it. That's awesome.
Right, because we have another department, and that's what it's for. Because you have the most unique, awesome dwarf tomato, and it's got the most loaded tomatoes, and they can judge it for what it is and how unique it is. And we like unique. We like fun.
Now, if you're actually going to enter, now normally the traditional way is you pick something like this. Is an organic tomato. This is just a quick lesson. This is a indeterminate early girl tomato. Indeterminate means it keeps growing. It doesn't know how large. It never stops getting large. This will grow bigger than you and I. I don't know that I would grow this in a pot. I'd put this in a bigger pot or in the ground. Whereas this other one, this geranium kiss.
Here, I'll hold it.
Oh yeah,
There
perfect.
you go.
That one you could grow right on a patio, a deck, anywhere. I'm growing this one in just a big glazed cobalt blue pot. So, but what I would do with that is, this is going to be too big. Here, when this fruits, you just want to pick off 3 fruits, about the same size, same color, and harvest them a day or 2 before, and polish them up and clean them up and have them as perfect as you can. So when the judge goes through, they go, oh, look at that. 3 of the perfect plants
fruit.
on
They
that.
look similar. They're the same size. They have no bugs. That's a big key right there. No bugs.
So they're not looking at, oh no, I broke my tomato. This is for you. There you go. Anyway, okay.
No.
That's tomatoes. I would say the same thing for beets or watermelons or onions, grapes, apples. What else is good? Pears are coming off in September.
Pears are coming
So
off.
you can produce
a lot of your
those.
tree fruit.
Blackberries. A handful, pick them in, bring them in, and see what happens. It's fun just to see how you do. But I'm surprised at how many novices actually win a ribbon at the fair.
Right, a novice, let's talk about that. You can be a kid.
Oh, sure.
You can be a kid. We have a whole youth section in our horticulture at their department. Plus we have a 4-H indoor department and an FFA indoor department. They can bring crops, they can bring hay, they can bring anything. But we encourage those little kids to bring them.
How do you enter hay? How do you
There's
do that?
a hay judge. You bring a bale.
Really?
Yes.
You bring a bale of hay?
I'm not a hay judge, but they
Oh.
judge it.
What do you just pick that up with one hand, kind of?
Yeah, they bring
see
it
how much
in,
weight
set it
or-
there, and I bring a goat, and the one the goat eats. No, I'm just kidding.
That could be fun.
That's right. Yeah, we encourage everything. The most unusual. We love the kids to enter. We love everybody to enter.
So now I think one entry that's underrepresented are the flowers.
Yes.
So the floriculture, that whole, everyone thinks of the edibles, which is good. That's great. And they're fun to see, a
Right.
big pumpkin or watermelon or cantaloupe. But the flowers, you'll have a whole bunch of vases. Do they have to bring their own vase?
No.
Vase? Or is it vase or vase?
I think it's a vase.
Vase. Or do
But
you
I'm a
have to
little
supply
common.
those? So
We have loads and loads of them, and we supply the vase. You bring it, you put it in there. And you know, I've seen some roses that I would have thought previously to being a fair manager, oh, that one's too bloomed out. But it's a fragrant rose, and they were judging it on the fact that it smelled.
Sure. Yeah.
And so there's different aspects, and don't be afraid. You might be the only one that brings that flower, so it may be the best.
I tell you what, if you're doing roses, I know roses. There's a way to juice them about a month prior to where I can guarantee we can get a bigger, brighter flower
Really?
for you. Yeah, I can show. Come talk to me. I can show you how to pull that off and enter in the fair.
Gonna juice them
It's pretty
with
nice.
rose juice. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of. I can show you how to do that. Really, there's a way to get more blooms.
The secrets are here at Waters Garden. Plus, we want to make it super easy to enter. We want to do some Saturday clinics where we'll come and take entries. But the question we do get a lot is, I didn't know what to enter, so I didn't want to enter in advance.
Sure.
It doesn't cost to enter.
Yeah.
So there's the first green light. If you've got 20 bushes, enter 20 roses. And when you go out that day, if 3 work, 3 work. It's
So
easy.
now, do you get in the fair free if you enter? So
Yes.
you get to enter free, but do you get a free pass
Yes,
to go
you do.
take your flowers and go, here, I'm going to enter the fair?
So it's a simple process. If you enter online in advance, there's no line. You walk right up, we give you your entry tags, you turn your items in, and you get a free entry pass into the fair to come back and bring your family and see your ribbons and see your product and
Nice.
enjoy the fair. And we have a fair that is so much more and educational. Yes, we have a carnival. That's the root of all evil. I have to have a carnival. However,
And goats.
and goats, yes. We really pride ourselves on educational tours of it. And so on Thursdays and Fridays, we do school tours and we take them in. They learn about composting. They learn about digging worms in the garden, and they learn about judging flowers. We have a great thing. They will, in fact, this year, I do have some inside information. They're going to be offering zucchini car races.
Oh, cool. How do you
So,
pull that off? You
I guess
make
it's like the Pinewood Derby car
Yes.
concept, but you're going to carve your car out of a thing of zucchini, and we're going to have a track out on the deck, and they get to race their zucchini car.
Or in zucchini, do you have to bring your own? Or they'll
I
have
believe
zucchini?
we've got somebody that's already donating all these zucchini, growing
Love
them
it.
for this purpose.
Love it.
So what a fun activity that, you know what? Hey, you can even come and make a car.
Or I bet you could bring your own zucchini and grow like one of those
Yeah,
huge
zucchinis.
huge boys that needs like 18 wheels to get down the track.
That would be great.
I want you to smell this flower. Just smell that.
Wow.
Smell that. Doesn't that smell good? Oh my gosh. This is Korean spice lilac. Now,
That is potent.
this would be great to enter the fair because you could simply snip off a
One sprig.
branch,
Oh.
put it in a vase, and then away you go. This will not be in bloom in September, though. So
Right.
I brought this as an example. The butterfly bush will be in blooming back then. The crepe myrtles will be blooming. They look very similar. They smell similar, but you could take a crepe myrtle, take a branch, put it in a vase, enter it, and it's probably would win because crepe myrtles have that fluorescent, bright pinks, reds, whites. So that's a lesson there.
Speaking of butterflies, we're going to have a butterfly encounter.
Oh,
And
really?
you can actually buy a little larva thing and take it home and hatch your own butterfly.
Very cool.
So pretty neat.
I've thought about having butterfly releases. They make them where they cool down butterflies where you can have them in little cases and just release them all.
Yeah.
I just can't afford that yet.
Yeah, that'd
so
be
it's like more expensive. Yeah.
Well, you can get one and hatch one and then release
that
him.
would be
That's
fun.
right.
That would be cool.
This is a really neat looking
This
plant.
is a red hot poker. Think how
A
easy it
mango.
would be to cut that, bring it to the fair, and
Yeah.
enter it. This is almost a surefire winner.
yeah.
This is a new variety. This is called Mango Popsicle Red Hot Poker.
So how do we get new varieties in flowers? Do they just start crossing them?
Well, let me tell you how we do this. This is a cross-pollination thing, so we'll take several seed from a regular red hot poker, which is usually orange and red.
Right?
We'll take a whole bunch of seed, start 2,000 of them, and then out of the 2,000, 2 of them will come up this color. Now all of a sudden we have the genetics for this, and now once we get this pure color, we'll start taking cuttings off of this, and we'll clone this. We'll make exact replicas of this plant, so every other one comes out exactly like this
Until you
mango popsicle, and that's how we make new varieties,
New varieties.
colors.
Interesting. So
Yep.
we learned our tidbit there for today.
Kind of the same way with this.
Yeah.
This is another one that a a lot of folks know this would be blooming in September. So I brought
Okay.
things people could easily enter. This is Raspberry Delight Autumn Sage. Now normally this comes in red.
Ah.
Red's common. Everyone's got a red one in their yard. They don't have this raspberry. Can you pick that up on the camera? I don't know. It's kind of a smaller flower. It loads up with all kinds of these. Hummingbirds love this. You could easily cut this, bring a sprig, enter it in the fair, and this smells good, looks good, blooms a long time. And again, I deal with a lot of weddings. Like people will come in going, I want my wedding to look perfect. Go, let me tell you how to do this. I can set it up for a September 5th date, have it over the top. I can show you little inside tips to make things bloom
Wow.
better.
So come see Ken. He's the flower blooming guru.
Well,
Yes.
just because we deal with so many kinds
Yeah.
of people, this is one that no one's ever seen. You could enter this in the fair, and I don't think anyone else would have this. This is it's a lavender, so it has that blue flower that comes on top, but lavender's always blue. This is variegated. So this is called platinum blonde
Wow.
lavender. And so if we could get it to bloom around September, it would be magical. But even without the blooms, no one has seen a blonde or variegated lavender
fun.
before.
And does it have the smell of the lavender? Kind of.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has a cucumbery
Yep.
citrus smell to it. But just
Very
things
pretty.
they could do to, you could do this. We can show you how to do this in September. What else I have? I had this. This is a salvia. It loves summer blooming through fall. So you know it's going to bloom like this right through September, through October this will be blooming. Hummingbirds love it. In fact, if you could cut one of these off and then bring it in and you've got the hummingbird with the flower, you're guaranteed to win.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
like
Yes, you will.
maybe fake hummingbirds. I don't know.
Kind of the blossom does look like a little bird hanging in
It
there.
does,
That's kind
yeah.
of interesting. So, and you know, talking about the plants, even your indoor plants can be entered in the fair.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Really?
so your vines, those plants that you grow inside that are beautiful, you can enter them. Bring the whole pot, the whole plant. We'll hang them. We'll do all kinds of displays because they can also be entered in the fair.
Now, last year, you had a giant pumpkin there.
We did.
550 pounds.
Yes,
Or some
was
crazy
huge. Yeah.
size.
It took a forklift to get it in
This
there.
is
Yes.
nuts.
Yeah.
In fact, you were trying to get rid of it. We were going, we could fill the dumpster up, or Ken, will you come and get this? And I showed
Yes.
it off out front
Yeah.
for like a month. And then we had a pumpkin smashing. Are you going to have more?
I'm
More
hoping we
giant
do have
pumpkins
more
this year?
giant pumpkins. Yes.
I would love to get enough of them entered to where we could go out to Watson Lake afterwards and have a boat making.
Up a pumpkin boat
boat
making contest.
launch
That's right.
At Watson Lake.
Hey,
Would
there'll
that
be
be
the
fun?
next thing. Yes, we got zucchini cars, and we
That's
get
true.
to pumpkin boats. You
That's
know.
good.
So yeah, so everything. The sky's the limit. Don't be afraid. You can pick up your fair books here at Waters Garden. I
there you
brought
go.
you guys a stack
Love
today.
it. I'll put them
Yes.
right by the counter.
So don't be afraid of the book. Don't get lost in the pages. Enter. There's always other. We love other.
Okay.
You
So,
Yes, you can also enter your picture of your plant in the photography department.
Oh.
But here's another one that goes very unnoticed, and that is arrangements.
okay.
You can make an arrangement of flowers, fresh or dried, and bring it and display. And I'm telling you, it's a very unnoticed department, so please don't miss it.
The one I liked judging at the fair were pickles, spices, herbs, flowers, edibles, anything edible, harvest from the garden, from beets and carrots to watermelons and pumpkins, to arrangements, to art,
Yes.
to crafts, to photography. It's, if you've got a passion, the fair is so much fun, and it's just us, our neighbors, our family, our friends. It's fun to come see what they're harvesting
Yep.
from the gardens.
It is. It's from the gardens, from your crafts, from everything. It is a time for us as a county, neighbors and friends to come together and celebrate each other.
So, how can I help you at Waters Garden Center? At
Keep
the county fair?
encouraging
We're
them.
there
Yes,
for you.
you're there. Yes, we look
love the
forward to
county
our
fair.
partnership together again, and we'll look forward to coming here and having a few times for people to enter as well, helping them through that process.
So for the 4-H and the FFA folks, help them just while we're live and
Yeah.
going. How would they enter? How do they get involved?
So-
So that's talking cattle and bunnies and
It
hay.
is,
and a
but
whole
it's
other-
so much more. I mean, it's also the crafts, the hobbies, this is going. So there's a complete department strictly for 4-H. It is online as well to enter, as well as for FFA, because here's the thing. All careers lead back to agriculture. There's not a career that
Say
doesn't
it
go
again.
back
I
to
love it. I
all
love it.
careers lead back to that. Yes, and I was having this conversation with somebody the other day, and I said, you know what? I have a really dear girl that's very close to me. She did ag at Chino Valley High School, and she's at college on an ag scholarship getting a cosmetology degree. Sorry,
Awesome.
all careers lead back to agriculture.
That's awesome.
And she does a great job, and it's a great time. And so we have these departments. We have scholarships for those departments as well. Enter. Everything is available to enter. We also have our youth. So if a youth enters a tomato, it is not judged against the tomato of an adult. All the tomatoes and the adults are judged together, and then all the youth tomatoes are judged together. So they're judged separately. We give awards. We love to have our kids enter and cultivate it out. We are here for all kids, not just the 4-H and the FFA. We're here for all the kids, and we encourage them to be there. Plus, there's the cattle, the sheep, the goats, and all the animals. And, of course, the youth livestock auction on Saturday at 5.
Enter to win.
That's right.
That's my bad goat. Never mind. I take that back. Can we erase that? That'd be great. So Yavapai County Fair, September 5th to the 8th. I'm assuming that's on the, or come and get this booklet. It's got
Where
all
family
the,
comes together.
It's got all the entry to rules and stuff. Or whisper in my ear and I can help you
Yep.
enter. We can get you all the inside scoop on how to enter and just have fun. If nothing else, come see what it's all about because
Yep.
it's a hoot. I've been going since I was in mid-high. When was that? The 70s?
Yeah. We don't want to admit that, right?
Man, it's so
No.
much fun.
Exactly. You know, and there's something for everyone, and it's not just about a carnival.
I tell you, it's having it back at the rodeo grounds
Mm-hmm.
here in Prescott. I mean, I liked it out there past Prescott Valley. It
Great
goes down to
big
Downs
facility,
now,
but
it was so huge. It
Yeah.
wasn't as intimate. To have it here in Prescott is easier to park, easier to get around. I just like it there. I don't know if it's my memory or what, but it's fun to have it there in the middle of Prescott.
it is. And you know, we might be small, but I have to tell you, I've worked the entries in Yuma, I'm working the entries over at Verde Valley, and we have a great community that likes to come together. And so bring it on so we can get bigger.
Thank you.
All right.
So I think that's all I got.
That's all I've got. So thank you for joining us. Mark your calendar, September 5th through the 8th, and you can enter at yavapaifair.com.
YavaPaiFair.com.